So, class, I wanted to record a few key parts from chapter 3 in the Quickbooks, just since we are not able to have a live class today. So, looking out here in our previous class session, we talked about the very first part of the chapter where we ran some reports, and also we recorded a journal entry, which we did by going up here to New and over to Journal Entry. And then we recorded a journal entry to deposit $50,000 as a stockholder injection of funds into the company. And then we also recorded one check, one after the fact check for $3,000 for prepaid insurance. Now, if you go out here to your reports page under standard reports and you run your balance sheet, I have that favorited here, but you can search for anything here. I suggest searching for balance sheet, profit and loss, accounts receivable, aging summary, and marking those as favorites so they're always at the top. You go out here to balance sheet. Remember that we talked about making sure that the dates were entered correctly because the course runs things on time specific dates that you need to enter the transactions or your reports will not come out correctly. So I'm running this for October of 2024, which was the date that you were supposed to be using. And so I see here I have a balance sheet from October 31st of 2024, and it shows my remaining $47,000 in cash and the $3,000 in prepaid insurance. You can click down on these reports, excuse me, and excuse me, and see the detailed transactions for the time period of the financial statement if needed, and then you can click back to summary report after that. Now, we're going to look at a couple of new transactions that we're going to enter here. Make sure, by the way, I'm only doing a couple transactions. There's more of them in the chapter that you need to do on your own. So there was a section after we entered that one check where you would need to enter in checks 1011 through 1017. Also, at the end of chapter 3, there will also be some additional items besides the main textbook that you'll need to do on your own in order to make sure you have the correct numbers. Now, I want to call out that just a double check here, if we go up to our company and we go out to the main settings that are out here, we want to make sure that we have the correct setup for your company as an S Corp that's out there. So if we go out here, double check that you have in your company type here, this small business corporation S Corp, just to make sure that everything operates the same way. Now, 1 second here. Also, in addition, if you go out to the sales area here, we want to make sure that we have the, whoops, I don't know why that's not on there. Oh, it's trying to offer me coupons. Okay. Make sure that you have the correct sales settings that are out here. So preferred invoice terms of net 30 and preferred delivery method is going to be print later. Shipping is on, custom transaction numbers are on, and then everything else here can be off under products and services. We do not need to accept these, but we'll leave leave them for on, but going down to products and services, make sure that you have the products column on, and then make sure track quantity price and inventory quantity on hand are both on as well. Under expenses, go ahead and hit save there. Under expenses, make sure that you have on for, let's go items table here. And then that, let's see, track expenses and items by customer. We want that on also. So make sure you have that turned on. And then we're going to leave this one, making expenses and items billable, for off. We don't need to worry about that. Make sure you choose net 30 for your terms here. And then use purchase orders is going to stay on. Okay. And then under advanced, make sure that you have the, let's see, sign yourself out one. Where is that? I would change this, by the way, from 1 hour to like 3 hours. Bottom down here. Sign me out if inactive for 3 hours. So if you set your stuff down, go to get something to eat, it'll, won't log you out right away. Okay, and then once you're done with that, hit done down here. Now, the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to look how to enter in some sales. So we're going to go to sales and we're going to go down to customers under the sales menu here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add customers manually here. And we're going to enter in a customer and we're going to call it cash sale for the company name. Now, with that, so you can just go ahead and hit save for this one. There are a lot more things that you can enter in here for a customer. You can also enter in payment types and a variety of other things. We're not going to deal with those quite yet right now, but I wanted to call that out. Now we're also going to enter in some products and services. Okay. So going up here, notice we're on customers. We want to go over to products and services. And we're going to go ahead and add an item. We don't have anything added yet. So go ahead, add an item. And then we're going to enter in here cat sale. And it's going to be a non-inventory item here. So we're not going to keep a track of how many we have. Put a list of my customers, and then make sure you add an account down here for 401, which is sales. So I'm just going to type 401, and sales will come up. And then we're going to save and close. Actually, we could do save and new if we wanted to. Actually, I'm not going to add a second one here because I want to go back here and cancel. Let's just do save and close. Oh, it's wanting me to add. Yes, go ahead, because I saved the one. But now we should show, if we click on products and services, this was the blank one. I'm just going to leave that for now. You'll see that you have items listed here under the products and services. If you haven't saved anything, it'll come up with the, hey, you want to add something free that we had before. Now, if we do want to do more, we can click new and what type of item we want to create there. But now we're going to go ahead and record a transaction here. So we're going to go to new and we're going to go to sales receipt. So that will be under let's see, here we go. Sales receipt under customers. Make sure you're not doing sales order. We're doing sales receipt. So the names, there are some names that are closely related here. You want to make sure you get the right one. Oh, we're going to do this. We only have one customer set up, cat sales right now. And we are going to enter that for the date of October 16th. So make sure you get the right date or this will screw up your reports when you run them later. Okay. So the date is important. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to do cash for the payment method. And we're going to do cash sales for the products or service. And I'm going to do, when we scroll down here, we're going to do a rate of 2,500, and that's going to get us $2,500 here. Now, we need to click on add sales tax right here, okay? If you do not have that button active, then you might need to go and check in your company settings to make sure that you have sales tax enabled. But we're going to get set up automated tax here. And our physical business location, we have this in here. We're going to do save and continue. Oh, I got my internet slowing down here for a second. All right, so, oh, okay. Not sure what happened there. Crashed out on my sales receipt. Okay, I guess I got to re-enter mine. Hold on a second. My internet must have reset there or something in mid-transaction. And going right back down here and just re-entering the cash sales. Okay. Now, it does show down here automated based on location. I click that. That is my only option that I have here right now, and it's not letting me fix that. There we go. Okay, rate is what I want to do. Sorry. Click down, and I'm going to go to add rate. And so we're going to call this let's do actually we could do a combined one, or we could do it automated. Actually, here, let's do it just automated based on location really quick here. When we go on here and I do save, oh, it must have already had that set up in there. Okay. Well, because we had our location set up, it's doing it based on Arizona, but go ahead and add this in anyway. I'm going to enter in Arizona combined tax rates since this isn't working super well right now. And it's going to be Arizona is what I'm looking for here. Arizona Department of Revenue. Oops, that was not the right one. Oh my gosh, why? My computer is malfunctioning here. This is not cool. I'm not clicking on what it's supposed to. There we go. Arizona Department of Revenue. Okay. And this is going to be 5.6%. And Pima County. Also to Arizona Department of Revenue. And this one is going to be 0.5%. And so that gets me to a total of 6.1%. I put Arizona combined tax rate with state for 5.6 and Pima County for 0.5. Okay, so now it has that rate on there, and it should be charging that. And wow, I've never had this happen before. I might need to refresh this. Hold on a second. Let me just hit save. Go back in there. See if I don't have the sales tax enabled. I'm not sure why I'm running into this. I've never had QuickBooks do this before. I decided to go back and just double check my item here to make sure that I set them up to be subject to sales tax. So I went back here and it's non-taxable. So make sure that you have that item set up as taxable standard rate. Also, I skimmed past that. So go ahead and hit save there. And then I'm going to go back to my sales screen here, go to all sales, and I'm going to edit this here. And I'm going to check the tax box there, make sure that that's calculate that. And now I've got my 150,250 on there in my Arizona combined tax rate. Now, if I did this automated based on location, it would also work too because the location for the sale also is up here. So I wanted to call that out in case anyone else is running into an issue with sales tax. It was a setup error on my part. I just forgot to check that taxable item box there. So when you set up your other items, also make sure that you set those up for taxable. Let's see. So other items to work on, there will be some other cash sales that you'll want to add. Now, if we go out to our chart of accounts here, I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to go to the gear and then go to chart of accounts and go back and look at all my accounts here. And I want to scroll down and look for it looks like I do not have a sales tax account set up here right now. So I want to try and find a default sales tax liability account if I have one. And let's do this based on got this one. I'm going to go here and I'm going to edit this account and I want to add an account number here. So I'm going to make this account number 207. So make sure that we do that. Other current liabilities, and I was looking to see, and there's a sales tax payable there. So then by adding this detail and making this sales tax payable, when I go run sales tax reports, it will pull those up. The other one, you do have the global tax payable one, but by putting a sales tax, you can at least access. Oh, okay, all right. So I can't change or, all right, well, okay, why it's not letting me assign a account number. Maybe it'll only allow me to do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it only wants me to put the account number. It does not want me to put that on there, so never mind. Okay. So now if we were to go out here and then if we went out to our report here and then run a journal, which is another one which is nice to have as a favorite. If we run this, we would see all the details that are out here. And let's do custom dates for October. We see then our owner investment you would have more if you've completed your other rights that were out there, but this transaction here is dated for today or the 16th, quote unquote. I wanted to call that out. Now, other items, it walks through how to do transfers in the chapter. But mostly the sales tax was the one I wanted to call out. And then also make sure that when you get to the end of the chapter, that you enter in all of the additional transactions at the end, because under the QuickBooks resources and activities at the very end of the chapter, I'm just going to pull this screen over here to show this to you. There's a bunch of additional transactions that you need to enter. So make sure you don't forget to enter these at the very end of the chapter. And then there are also check figures back there right here that you can use to check and make sure you haven't missed any transactions. So you need to make sure that all those match up if you want to get full credit for the chapter. All right, so let me know if you run into any questions on the QuickBooks this week.